Well, greetings and salutations. This is Rick. I hope everyone's having a great day. As you can see, I'm back at the allotment again. This is the first time I've been here for the past possibly 4 weeks. I think it's about 3 weeks I was here last. And this may be my last trip to the allotment this side of Christmas. So I've literally just opened the doors, set the camera up. I'm not sure what to expect here, so I'm going to have a look around now. And we'll see what's what. Well, the most likely place for things to be happening is here inside the polytunnel, and we've still got the tomatillos. They're still growing. They're still looking perfectly sort of healthy and like they're just growing more. They've started to produce even more flowers now. When I look at the actual tomatillos, the actual plants, there's not a lot going on. They're hardly any bigger than they were when I left them last time. Now, there are a few that have gone kind of a golden colour. I'm going to pick one here and I'll show you. This has gone a kind of a golden colour. Let's just, hopefully I'm in focus here. And if I just break that out, that's just not ready yet. That's I think these go black, don't they, when they're ready. So still not ready on the tomatillo. Now, originally I was going to just kind of pull them all up today, just kind of get the bed ready for next year. But to be honest, I'm just going to leave them. I shall come back and check on them perhaps in another month's time. That'll be around Christmas time. The thing is, I don't think they're going to grow anymore, because I know this time of year it's just about now where everything just kind of grinds to a halt and stops growing. And I think that's what these have done, and I've got a feeling if I come back in a month's time they're still going to be small and just kind of not the right colour. So I'm not entirely sure what to do regarding these tomatillos. The soil is really nice and moist. It's if I feel that's really kind of quite moist. So I haven't watered this for over 3 weeks, but it's maintained the moisture levels in here just purely from the way the way these polytunnels do maintain the moisture when it's not being baked off all the time by a hot sun. Yeah, anyway, if you've got any ideas about the tomatillos, then please feel free to leave a note below, and we'll see what's what. Now, as for the sweet potatoes, it looks like they're starting to die off. The leaves are all kind of dying back. There's a few black ones there, so I'm going to have a go at seeing whether we can get a crop or a harvest of sweet potatoes today. Now, hopefully all of these buckets are containing potatoes. I basically cut all the foliage off them when we had that not foot and mouth, what was it? The other one, blight. They got attacked by blight out there, so I chopped all the foliage off and treated them with a special chemical that should have protected them. And hopefully these are all going to be full of potatoes. So I'm actually going to have a go at emptying some of these out and seeing what we've got. Now, you may also remember I planted some all year round lettuce here and some beetroot as an experiment. And now the beetroot is not done very well. I've got a few spindly plants, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very spindly beetroot plants, nothing to kind of get excited about, and they're not beetroots at the moment, they're just little seedlings. But the all year round lettuce is looking rather nice, and I think I'm going to be harvesting some of that and taking that home with me later today. Now, when I saw that Mr. Sam, the allotment man, was already harvesting his Brussels sprouts, I thought, I really can't wait to see the Brussels sprout plant that I've got growing in the polytunnel, thinking that it was going to be doing really well. But unfortunately, as you can see, it's hardly grown at all. I've got no Brussels sprouts on there anywhere, but it does look quite healthy, but just very, very small. Now, something else I'm going to have a go at harvesting today is this. This is the beetroot that I grew back in the late summer, and I can see some nice big beetroot bulbs. I don't know whether they've gone over now, whether they're going to be too woody or whether they're going to be okay. I guess there's only one way to find out. I've also noticed the wind has sort of stoved in my compost pile, so I need to get that back up. There we go. That's fairly easy. But the compost is, well, it's all kind of breaking down quite nicely. Now I have got another couple of pallets at home. I was going to bring them down and kind of put them over the top to make a bit of a roof, but I actually forgot to bring them with me, so I might do that a bit later on this week. Right then, some interesting things happening here. The strawberry plants have all kind of shrunk back, which was interesting because about 3 weeks ago, they were all starting to grow bigger. And I planted a load of strawberry plants in both of these 1 ton bag beds here. I've actually got a flower on that one. How bizarre. And the onions, well, they're actually doing quite well. They're sort of really growing. I think this cold weather has done them the world of good. So I'm kind of hoping... Oops, there's one that's been pulled up there. I need to push him back in. Oh, it looks like a cat's been digging away there. Blooming things. Still got my cat problem, I see that. But yeah, I reckon next year those spring onions, or they're not spring onions, they're sensation onions, I reckon they're going to be really big next year. I'm kind of looking forward to them. Now I'm not entirely sure what to expect under the ground here with these sweet potatoes. What I've been told is that with ordinary potatoes, with this, you start off with a seed potato, and that sends out little roots and then creates new little potato bulbs. But the sweet potato is a vine. What happens is, along the vine, certain areas of that vine start to swell up and create a tuber, and that's what your sweet potato is. So it's going to be very, very interesting to dig these up. So I'm going to pull the camera in nice and close, and then you can have a watch while you can see it at the same time I see it for the first time. So here's a sweet potato vine. It's quite a thick one, and it's gone into. It has got little roots going off in all different directions. Oh, what's going on here? We've got a little something going on. Oop. Ah, here we go. That looks to me like a sweet potato. Let's have a look. This is the very first time ever that I've seen sweet potato being harvested in real life. Well, I don't think I've ever seen it in not real life either. Here we go. Oops. Oh dear, that's coming apart. Ah, there we go. Oh, hey, look. That's a little sweet potato. It's got a bit of vine attached to one end. It's snapped off at the other end. Excellent. Let's just put that aside. Let's see what else we got down here. There's another one. Fantastic. Oh, I'm looking forward to trying those tonight. They're going to be really, really nice. I'm sure of it. Obviously, sweet potato is going to be sweet, which is a good thing. There we go. There's another one. Oh, wow. I was kind of sort of expecting to sort of pull a vine up with a fat bit on it, but it hasn't worked out that way. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Oh, I'm really, really chuffed. I'm really impressed. I'm so glad I came down today. A little tiny one there. I'm not sure if by the time you've peeled these, do you peel sweet potatoes? You don't have to, do you? You can cook them with the skins on. Yeah, I'll take them back. Another one. Right, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to cut away all of this foliage for these sweet potatoes, and I'm just going to dig right down. I'm going to harvest the whole lot. Oh, right. I think that's just about got them all. Let's have a look, see what we've got. So, there we go. That's a little haul of sweet potato. For the size of half a paddling pool, there's not a huge amount, but I know sweet potato is quite rich and it goes quite a long way. Now, what I have got is, I dug that one out, which as you can see, it's like part of the vine has just gone along, and then that bit of the vine's got fat, and that's exactly how these seem to, where are we? Here we go. That's exactly how these things seem to grow. So I don't know, I presume I can use that, can I? You know, at what point does it not become edible? You know, can I actually eat that part of the vine? It's probably not going to be very nice. But at what point does it stop being the vine and becomes a potato? If you've got any ideas on these, because I have absolutely no idea whatsoever on these things, then do feel free to leave a note below. Now, you may remember back in the summer, I cordoned off this area here, this little growing bed, edged it off with some wood, and I completely dug over the ground, and I had nice bare earth, and I wanted to grow stuff directly in the ground just to see how I get on. And I got seriously attacked with caterpillars, because I grew a lot of Chinese lettuce and stuff down here, and that all got eaten. And the same for me, peas as well, they're completely non-existent, but the beetroot did survive. However, you can see it's all overgrown again, and it's a lot of the problem I've got is the grass. The grass, as well as the weeds, is a major issue here, and that as well, which I believe is belladonna, which is not ideal. Anyway, the idea was it was going to sort of help me determine whether or not I was going to try to grow stuff in the ground next year, or whether I'm still going to carry on, you know, keeping things covered up and growing above the ground. And I'm still undecided, but I think I'll probably end up covering this lot up again next year and growing in bags and stuff. But we'll see. I'm not worried about that just now. But what I am going to do is harvest this beetroot. So let's take a look, see what we've got. I mean, it looks good, but whether it's going to make good eating or not, I don't know. It might be a little bit too late in the year. There's quite a woody one there. Obviously, the only way to find out is to take them home and cook them. There we go. I shall add those to the tally. See what I can do with them when I get home. In fact, I think I'll chop off all of the foliage, and that can go straight in the compost. Another thing I forgot about here was the carrots, and I think I had quite a few carrots. I don't know whether they've died back. I don't think carrots should die back, should they? They just haven't been harvested. But oh yeah, I can see a few in there. Some of these have been eaten. Got big chunks taken out of them. Don't fancy them. Been eaten quite a lot by the looks of it. Some of them are okay. I'll have what the wildlife's left me. That's a nice one. Look at that, look, bunches of them. Look at that. This was just from broadcast seeds. I didn't plant them in rows, I don't think, in this one. I just scattered the seeds around everywhere, and look, we just got bunches of carrots. So I think I'll probably stick with that method next year, because it seems quite successful. Now, one of the things I've been trying to figure out while doing this whole container gardening thing, or you know, the whole gardening thing, is what gives me most bang for my buck. And I seem to be doing really well here with the carrots. And all I did was I just broadcast the seed, in the springtime, and I just basically left them to their own devices. Done a little bit of weeding now and again, but so far I've got this amount, and I've only literally harvested half of the bag. So this is definitely worth remembering for next year. I think I should do exactly the same next year. Look at the size of that one. Fantastic. Yes, I should do this next year. I will. Oh, that one's been eaten. Yeah, a 1 ton bag dedicated to carrots, and I've done okay by them. Look, I've got probably quite a few pounds worth of carrots there, and I literally didn't need to do anything after just sort of spreading the seed about. I don't think I fed these. I don't think I watered them because they're outside. I let the rain do that. So literally just threw the seeds into this prepared bed and then basically forgot about them. And I actually did forget about them, that's why I'm harvesting them today. I should have harvested these a little while ago because some of them have been eaten now. But the wildlife has left me some, so that's good. Definitely a few hearty meals worth there. So yeah, definitely worth growing carrots next year. I'm quite happy with the amount of crop that I've produced here. Okay, that's it for the carrots. That's not a bad little haul, that. I reckon I got quite a good few pounds there. I'll give those a wash off when I get home. I'll just shove them in a carrier bag for now. Right, let's go and harvest the rest of those potatoes. Right, there are the buckets, but I do seem to recall that there are some potatoes in there. I believe I cut away the tops and then didn't harvest them, so they're actually sat there in the ground. So let's just set the camera up and let's have a little rummage around, see what we can find. Now I know earlier this year I left potatoes in the ground in here, and a lot of them went rotten, and some of the smells that came from them were just absolutely unbelievable. So I decided that I will harvest all of the potatoes today and not leave some of them under the earth, because I don't want that to happen again. But yeah, some of these are gone soft, so yeah, soft, that's okay. So yeah, I think it's definitely time to get them out of the ground here. Perhaps I should have got them out sooner. See, that's me making that same mistake again. I shan't make it a third time. I think in future, all potatoes, yeah, a lot of them are soft. I think if I'd have left those another month, they'd have gone rotten, I mean properly rotten, and then it would have been an absolutely grim task of digging them up. Some of them are like completely hard, they're fine. So that's a good thing. At least I'm going to walk away with some. But yeah, I think I should have learned my lesson last time. I think as soon as the potatoes are ready, I think I should just dig them up. I must admit, I love harvesting. It's kind of like you actually get to see the fruits of your labour, literally the fruits of your labour. And I always love harvesting, going home with armfuls of produce. Now, to be honest, I haven't had that a lot this year. I've had some successes, but quite a few failures as well this year. But it's all part of that great learning curve. And I don't know about you, but I always find I learn more from my mistakes than I do from my successes. And so hopefully next year will be the best year yet. I mean, my plans for next year are to, keep sticking to the FAF scale and not doing things that are too much effort, because I am a lazy gardener, no doubt about it, and I'm quite happy to admit that. That's a bit soft. Lazy for me is the only way, because if something becomes too arduous, then I just, I sort of don't enjoy it then, and then I just kind of walk away. So it's really important that anything that I do is easy and straightforward. So next year, I think I'm going to be focusing on sort of maximum yield for the space used, based on some of the things I've been learning this year. Plus, I'm only going to be growing the foods that I actually use. I did throw a lot of stuff away and give a lot of stuff away this year because I simply didn't use it. So it's a bit of a, I wouldn't say it was a waste, because other people benefited from it where I gave it away, but you know, it would be nice to actually use all of the produce that you produce. Ooh. But yeah, I will definitely be growing potatoes next year. Potatoes seem to be a really good staple to grow, really easy to grow, and they kind of go a long way and they last a long time, and they're sort of storage friendly pretty much. So I think there'll probably be a lot more potatoes in the polytunnel next year. So there we go, that's not a bad little haul from that bed there. There's probably, I don't know, 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 pounds. I haven't a clue. I'm one of those people that just can't look at something and tell you how much it weighs. But that's how many I got from there. So it's not bad. But now the real test is going to be from these, because I'm going to empty a few of those out. In fact, I was going to empty them onto some polythene, but I can just empty them straight onto one of these beds, can't I? That's fine. So I shall do that now. Right, let's just sort these weeds out. Let's grab one of these buckets. Right then, now I'm hoping there are going to be potatoes in here that are going to be fine, ready for harvesting, not gone soft. There's only one way to find out. Let's have a look. Right then, oh yes, I can see some. They're very small, tiny. Oh, there we go, that's not too bad. And they're all absolutely fine. No soft ones in there. Oh, that's good. Super. Just put those in there for now. That's yeah, see, that one's starting to go rotten. So yeah, I think I've held off as long as I can with keeping these potatoes stuck in these buckets. They've got to come out now. Okay, so there we go. Not a bad little haul at all, really. We've got Maris, can't see now, Maris pear potatoes. We've got Nicola potatoes. We've got a big bag of carrots, hope you can see them, and a big bag of sweet potato and beetroot, all ready to go home and be enjoyed. So that is it from the allotment for this video. I hope it was useful or interesting and wasn't too dull. That's pretty much it for growing food this year. Obviously I can't really do a lot more now until the spring comes along, which will be in sort of February, March, and I've obviously got to come back and do bits to the allotment before that happens. I've got to going to cover over that area up the end there. Whether I actually use it or not next year, I don't know. But there's all sorts of other things I've got to do, a lot of prep work, but I shall leave that until the spring, I think, unless I get really bored, in which case I'll come down here and maybe have a little potter around and might bring the video camera with me, but no guarantees. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.